Saki mbwembwana kwele mchele kwa kuku kumwaga. Zako na wapenda yatusema nitasikia.
Hello, Unite Scholars. This is Stephen again, and this is our last visit. So, with the final and fourth of these little classes about public speaking and presenting, I wanted to simply review what we did in lesson 3 once again, and just quickly touch base about that. I asked you to interview someone in the class with among the scholars and find 5 things out about them that you don't know already, and then present that to the rest of the group in an entertaining way with a beginning and a middle and an end, with using all of the techniques that we've been talking about: a welcome, a closing, perhaps some humor, not making fun of that person, but perhaps yourself, always more engaging. And then something about a little bit about the nature of critique and how the best ways that we can learn from each other is in constructive criticism that gives people a chance to think about how to be better without judgment happening upon them. And that's important. So just checking in to see how that went. And I hope it went well. Today, I want to talk about other possible speeches for you to try, exercises to work on as a group on your own. The first one would be a lesson learned, something that you have learned in your short life already, something that you know you became more you because you learned this lesson. And that's a great story to tell about yourself because it reveals how you have some fear or a way of getting through something that you didn't know you could do, or it might be really funny and silly what happened to you. I, for example, locked myself out of my car and left it running. Yeah, I really did that. That is stupid. And it's a funny story because I actually learned something a lot about myself that day that I reveal in that particular tale. Another one is to talk about your family history. Everybody's family is a rich, rich fabric of how all these people got together over time and came together eventually to make you. And so one's family is a source, a rich source of your story. So I encourage you to think about talking about your family in a way that is revealing about how you became you because of who they were. And another one might be something that's very, very important to you in your life: a person, a place, a time, and why. Why is that person important? Why is that place important? Why is that time really important to you? And have you become a little more of who you think you are because of that important place, person, or time? This needs a little thought and a little time to put ideas together. But I think that you can do that. And finally, a dream that you have, a goal, something you want to do that you think you can do, but you're not sure you can do. But if you can talk about that, if you can at least talk about that dream, talk about that effort that you wish to make, then perhaps you will fulfill that dream and you will get a chance to do that thing that you wish and hope for. Always think about being you, because that's where the power is, as we've talked about before. But I'd love to have you try those various speeches. They all take preparation. They all take notes that you'll want to write down. I encourage you to use bullet points instead of writing out the speech, but that's up to you. If you need to have the whole speech written out, then by all means do that. It's just that if that's the case, as we learned in the first of these videos, you want to make sure that you're not just looking down the whole time at your paper, because that's just not a very interesting view of you, right? So make sure that if you do use bullet points, that you just simply put a dot and then an idea or a concept that you want to get across that will help link you to the next idea and the next and the next. And that way you will be respecting your audience, you will be respecting yourself, and you will be able to tell your story well. I have really enjoyed making these videos with and for you, and I hope that I get to see some of this come back to me. It'd be wonderful if I could see a video of some of your work, and then we can talk about that perhaps. Who knows? Anyway, it's been a pleasure, my pleasure, to work with you, and I wish you all the best in the world. You deserve it. You're remarkable people. Bye-bye.
Nanipaga moyo nikianza kulia chozi nafutia.